I've been looking for this for a month. This I found in my parts table is the little bar that goes from the key cylinder on the door to the lock actuator. So when you turn the key, it actually unlocks the vehicle. So remember that? So it was not on here, so I've got to take this off for like the 15th time. This I actually found just laying in the bottom of the door. Man, that was a booger to get in. Alright, I didn't have the original moisture barrier, it didn't come with it, so I used an old piece of visqueen and just made one. This aluminum tape does wonders for projects like this. I've been driving this thing and it's driving pretty good, but I saw a little seepage of something from my back drum and it looks like I have an axle seal leak. I remember these things being caked up. These are all new. I mean, everything's new in here, so my wheel cylinder's not leaking. So that looks like it is definitely coming from the axle seal. So it looks like I've got to pull these axles, change these seals. I'm going to eventually do that. I'm not going to do that now. And another project is to change those shackles. That's going to be a beast. They're just rusted, and I got a new set. Usually that way up there is the one that gives people the problem because the other end is inside the uniframe. So just another project. I know you're just dying to know, but in case you're wondering, a factory XJ jack will go all the way up to about 14 inches from the ground. This is my what they're thinking video. Look at that. How in the world would you do that? Look down here. And I had to fix this so that would sit and work. And then over here, big dent right here. I mean, how do you do that? That corner is straight. We come around here. Your general ding right there, that's okay. Of course, these fender flares were not on it. This was not on it. This piece here that has the integrated washers was not on it. Little dent right here. Front is in pretty decent shape. Remember, they stole that. I fixed that. This right here has been in a little bit too. Not sure what happened there. And this hood, I mean, what were they thinking? It was just denting in. And the guy told me that his kids were just jumping on it like a trampoline. And they also dented the roof in, and you saw my other video, I had to jack up the roof to get it. There's still a little bow right there, but it doesn't hold water. On this side, they actually had drywall screws screwing the molding in. So there's holes right there. I mean, what were they thinking? Here's another one here. Molding don't stick, so you screw it in. Okay. There was some rust here I had to fix, so just temporary fix. None of these little bars were connected inside the door. I don't have a clue. I think the lock actuators went out, or they were trying to work on it and the poor soul didn't know what he was doing. As you see now, it's all tidied up, but this has a split in it. It's cracked right here. And right here where I put this voltage gauge, there was a switch, a toggle switch, and they had it wired to the battery and then wired to the electrical fan for the condenser. So I guess it was running hot and they figured that's how they would fix it. None of this was in here. The only thing was in here were these two seats. Of course, the headliner was not in here. Here's another one. Look, here's another one. This is that horse feed I was telling you about, and every now and then when I put on the floor, they come out. It's crazy. Now under the hood, that was a different story. They pretty much left everything intact except for the air conditioner. As you remember, there was no AC. There was a AC delete pulley that sat in the place of the compressor. There was no fan shroud here, and this thing, the water pump was just pouring water, so I guess they figured to keep it cool they were going to wire this fan right here up to the battery, and that's what that switch was in the dash for. I mean, it's crazy. And then it was hooked up bad anyway, so good thing this didn't burn up. But none of this stuff was attached properly. It was just jiggling around with zip ties and stripped out screws and everything else. So with that being said, the vacuum lines were in decent shape, and I had to go through and found a few little issues. Of course, changed all the, your normal stuff: thermostat, water pump, heater hoses, radiator hoses, of course the whole new AC system. But this just goes to show you that these XJs can be brought back to life. Oh, of course the brake system, that was the reason why he sold it, was because he busted a bolt in the caliper, and therefore didn't fix it, just towed it into the woods. So another little repair I did. This is actually a piece of pipe insulation that I folded out and glued it there with some weather stripping adhesive, and this piece goes down and it seals the water out. So I tried to get as much water intrusion issues fixed. This is a common area right here, as you can see. I sealed all that, and as of right now there's no water leaking. And this also leaked. This hood latch cable had a little bitty leak going through, so you really got to go through these with a fine-tooth comb to get these leaks. And of course, while my AC system was out, you saw my other video, I pulled that and sealed that blower motor. And I also did the cowl fix. So of course there's the other area that the water used to come through but no longer does. So I think she's almost ready for daily driving. I do need to get another windshield. It's got two large cracks you can't see now because it's raining. And there's some rust spots up here I'm going to fix. And I'm going to put a roof basket on it. And that's probably about it. And then maybe take it camping a few times and see how I like it. And another thing of what were they thinking? Look how bent up this bumper is underneath here. And look, every one of where these holes are, they're cut through. That tells me they were trying to tow from these holes and it just pulled it through. You see? It's crazy. You can see the remnants of a something they were trying to tow here. Of course, a lot of work's done on it. Oh, another thing, that's a new parking brake cable. That was mangled. It looks like they tried to tow from the parking brake cable. Now those things do hang low. I need to pop that up a little bit. But of course the muffler had to be changed. That was destroyed. And of course some new rubber. Now these are the Toyo AT3s. These are actually have the snow rating. So this is a brand new version. You have the AT2s on the other XJ. They've been pretty good. I'm not saying they're going to be as good as those BF Goodrich KO2s, but I'm not going to do as harsh off-roading with this as I do with that. But it's got a different tread design than the AT2s. Again, these are the AT3s, the Toyo Open Country. Now this XJ has the Open Country AT2. You see? And you can see it does not have the snow rating, and it has a different type of tread pattern. Not quite as aggressive. Back to the AT3s. So these are a lot cheaper than these, and they've got fairly good reviews, and they're very quiet, and they last a while. I think they've got like a 60,000 mile warranty. Not that that really means anything, but I was satisfied. I've got Toyo tires on that van there and on my other daughter's car, and they tend to do well.